The other thing with Year 12 is if you do have some courses in mind, is just to check obviously the prerequisites, but also the course requirements. So this is probably more so in that kind of creative field. In terms of folios, music, kind of performance-based courses, but it is just worth checking what your course requirements are. It also does have course requirements once you're actually in the course. So I'll show you one such as um, paramedic, sorry, paramedicine. That's the other thing, you do have to be a little bit careful with. I don't think we've got any unis here that actually have paramedicine, so let's just get rid of that. With your filter, so it's very yeah, a little bit specific. Oh, it's still got creative arts, so yeah, so if we go paramedicine, we'll see information about the course. Once again, go to the direct link on the university website is really helpful, just to give you more information. You can see all of the subjects you would be doing, or if you have choice for electives or not. Courses like this are generally quite structured, particularly in health, but we can see obviously our prerequisites. We can see then our, in terms of any selection task, there's not, it's just the prerequisite. However, in terms of enrollment and graduation, there's all of these requirements that you need to just be aware of. So, immunization, first aid certificate, medical and fitness assessment, uniforms, working with children check, police record check. So all of these things. So that's kind of important. A lot of courses don't have this, but obviously a lot in the health would. If we go back to those kind of creative areas, if we're just looking at like a Bachelor of Design, so if we look at Monash, we can see our course requirements. It's just prerequisites, so we can see here this requirements checklist is a really good summary. We can just see prerequisite, and then it's basically ATAR, subject adjustment, Cs, so just standard. But if we go to something like let's just put in industrial design, go to RMIT, we'll go to course requirements, and we can see here prerequisite, it's just the same, so subject adjustments. Oh, let's do architecture because that obviously doesn't have one. I think they used to have one. Anyway, so course requirements. Once again, we see requirement checklist. So we've got prerequisite again. It doesn't say ATAR this time. It actually just says satisfactory completion of year 12. However, there still is an English requirement. So if you've done unscored and haven't got a score for English, then you still wouldn't meet that prerequisite. So that's important. But there is a selection task to do and an interview, and then you can go down and find more information about that. So if you go to their website, generally that would be the best thing to do. So you would go course overview and go directly to their website. It won't be rolled around for this year's yet, so often you can just see last year's or maybe mid-year entry. Around that July time is important to actually really have a look at that. If you're in year 11 or 10, it's also really good then to actually just have an idea of what the kind of requirements are for the types of courses you're looking at. Yeah, so definitely spend a little bit of time and just making sure that your courses, the courses that you have, are going to have any requirements. And then in term 3, if they do, that's where you need to really be aware of the requirements and actually plan out how you're going to meet those and meet all those deadlines.